It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from New Bristol Brewery. Probably my brewery find of 2022 has definitely been so far New Bristol Brewery. Never had one of their beers in 2021. Popped to my local bottle shop, found a range of their beers. I'm so pleased I picked up all of them. If I miss one, it's probably because I was a cheapskate and I didn't want to pay the £12 or whatever they wanted for it. But joking aside, I'm pretty sure I picked up all of their beers. This is a chocolate banana milk stout, 7% ABV, 440 milliliter can. I paid £4.75 for this can. Now, just holding this can, I do have a very slight concern. I've realised that there's no give. I'm just squeezing the can. Sometimes there's a tiny bit of give in the can, but this seems £4.75 I paid. This seems very, there's no give. I'm going to hold it over the sink as I open this one. Wow. Absolutely fine. I mean, look at that now. The difference. Of course, I've just released all of that pressure. But it seemed very pressurized for a beer. But I mean, look at it. I'm wondering if it's ripe banana that's done that. Whether there was some slight residual sugars in the banana that has caused it to slightly re-ferment. Look at it breathing, coming out the top of the can. Look at that. I could feel it. I could feel the pressure in the can. Anyway, without further ado, let's get the beer in the glass. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. There's nothing I could have done about that whatsoever. In fact, giving it a bit of a rigorous pour, I think was the right thing to do. It was definitely the right thing to do because it just releases some of that carbonation. What you don't really want from it's a 7% ABV stout, so it's bordering imperial strength stout. Chocolate banana milk stout. Chocolate banana milk stout. So whether there was a little bit of sugar left from the chocolate, maybe there was a little bit of sugar left from the banana, maybe part of that kind of milk stout, maybe there was a little bit of re-fermentation going on there. But there's definitely been a little bit of re-fermentation going on in the can. That head has now dissipated quite nicely. What was I talking about just now? I was talking about their beers, wasn't I? I've had their Summer Crush was amazing. Their Pale Ale was amazing. Their IPA was amazing. I've had some brilliant beers from this brewery. I'm quite fine. It's a craft brewery. It's not, these people who own this brewery, they don't have 10 people to quality control their beer before it leaves the plant, before it leaves the brewery. Some of these, when was the last time you had a pint of Carling or a can of Carling that kind of did that? It just doesn't happen. That's because every step of the way, these multi-million pound companies that can afford to pay people to go along the kind of checklist and make sure the beer's doing exactly what it wants to do, are able to produce a really, really consistent product. But it's the reason why we like craft beer is that there's not a million people who work for this brewery. In fact, there's probably no more than 5 people that work at the brewery. The fact that they produced this beer with so few people, I think is terrific. And I can look over the fact that it's a slightly over-carbonated stout for 7% ABV. I can look past that. It didn't explode all over my cream carpet. It didn't kind of burst out the top of the can. It was all very acceptable. So now the beer's in the glass. We've got a 2-finger tan coloured head. It's a jet black beer in the glass. You can see the sediment look in the bottom of the glass. So it would only have taken a little bit of that sediment, that little bit of yeasty sediment, to reactivate. Maybe because of the banana or the chocolate. And then the next thing you know, it's fermenting in the can. Aroma on this jet black beer. There's no light bleeding through the glass whatsoever. Yeah, and you get the aroma of that re-fermentation. You definitely get the aroma of a beer that it's alive. It's alive. It's breathing. It's almost like an organic aroma. It's not an off flavour. Thankfully, it's not an off flavour. You get banana, you get chocolate. You get that kind of slight lactosey milk stout aroma too. Should we dive in? Cheers, everybody. Oh, that's different. Ooh. 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 That was really, wow, the ripe banana. That was like, the bananas were crawling out of my eyes. So ripe. That's eating. Now, if you're a parent, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about here. But I put a banana in my kids' lunch boxes to go to school. And sometimes they don't have time to eat them. And they run home from school, banana bouncing around in their lunchbox, and it comes home black. The banana's been battered. And I'm one of these people that go, I can't just throw it away, because I know the banana inside is still quite fine. But what you get is you try and peel the black banana and the overly bruised banana, and you're eating this thing, and it's almost like a squidgy mess. But it's really flavoursome. It's like something's happened to the banana, and it's really ripe, but it's really kind of black banana at the same time. That's exactly what I'm getting from this beer. Wow. Loads of roasted malt. Loads of berry, loads of plum, fig, prune, but ripe banana, loads of kind of really banana-y flavours going on. Not Weiss beer banana. It's not a Weiss beer banana flavour. It's more of a real banana flavour. Like you've squished a banana in your mouth. It's taken a bit of getting used to. It's taken a little bit of getting used to, because I think it's slightly, it has ever so slightly soured. The stout is ever so slightly soured as well. So it's kind of like, whoa, what's going on here? So in all honesty, probably not what New Bristol Brewery were going for with this can of beer. They'll probably come back with another stout. That's what happens when beers don't necessarily go to plan. And I'm going to revert back to my initial, they don't have a million people working at this brewery. I would say if I drank this beer first from the range, then I would be very pleased that I got to the other beers, the Summer Crush and the IPAs, and because they were great. They were great. This is a slight misstep, I believe. This is a slight either work in progress. They'll either retire the beer or they'll carry on kind of producing version 2, version 3 where they kind of refine it. I definitely think there's potential. So where is it lacking? I think it needs much more mouthfeel for a milk stout. I think it needs a lot more body. It needs a lot of oat, creaminess, lactose, just to really kind of make it a lot more creamier. It's a little bit too thin for a milk stout. But I don't think the carbonation helps either. That re-fermentation, that extra carbonation has caused this beer quite a lot of problems, to be honest, because with that ripe banana, with that kind of carbonation when you have that mouthful of beer, you see my first mouthful, I was like, oh wow, what am I getting here? It's a little bit full on. It needs taming. Definitely needs taming. But yeah, I mean, I'll read the back of the can and I'll give my final thoughts and a rating. A rich and decadent imperial stout with complex flavours of dark chocolate, blowtorch brown sugar and banana. So that kind of creme brulee. Now, the perfect after dinner treat. I can see what they've tried to do. They've not achieved it on this occasion. I'm pretty sure they don't mind my honest feedback. Contains barley, oats, wheat and lactose. My rating. This beer will either be retired or they will bring out a version 2, version 3 and it will just make it better and better and better. But I think mistakes were made in the process of this beer. It's not what they wanted. There's no real blow-torched creme brulee. There's no real, you know, that kind of, they're talking about like a creamy, it's not what they wanted to produce this. So I'm going to rate it. This beer was, this goes off on the 19th of the 1st, 2023. So it goes off, I'm reviewing this beer on April the 11th, 2022. So it's well in date. The reason why I'm talking dates is because if you have a later batch than this, if you have a beer that goes off in say 2024, and you're shaking your head going, this beer's amazing, what is he talking about? It's because I'm drinking a different batch of this beer. It's because they've come back and improved this beer. But my rating for this beer that goes off on the 1st of January 2023 is a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. It's not great, but fear not. The other beers that I've had from New Bristol Brewery have been terrific. They really have. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.